everyone. Kelsey Foremost, Tagger's Director of Content here. And I am so excited to be back at WIM. This is one of our favorite places to engage with people who are also interested in influencer marketing. And I'm so grateful for the opportunity that we have to show you our platform today. So, in short, Tagger is an all-in-one, award-winning influencer marketing and social listening platform that helps brands, agencies, media companies, any sort of marketer succeed in their influencer marketing campaigns and programs. The thing that really differentiates Tagger, and one of the reasons I'm really proud to work there, is that we listen to feedback from real people in the marketing world who are having pain points with creating influencer marketing campaigns and processes that really save them time and are efficient and can also help them up level and scale their influencer marketing programs. So as I said, Tagger is an end-to-end platform. And what that means is we help marketers with every single step of the influencer marketing process. We have an unbeatable discovery platform that my colleague Lindsay is going to show you today. We have an amazing resource for social listening so that you can plan campaigns based on real-time, accurate data and make informed investment decisions. We give you the ability to message, connect with, and hire creators directly on platform. That includes influencer payments, so it's all seamless. And then something that we heard from people that we've really taken to heart is the need for the ability to report your success and learn from past campaigns. So we have an incredible report builder that allows you to automatically pull in campaign data and build a totally customizable report and share it with your collaborators or brand that you're working with easily, quickly, efficiently, and again, totally seamless from end to end. So I'm really excited to introduce my colleague Lindsay to you, who's going to give you an inside look at Tagger's platform.
Thank you so much, Kelsey, and hi, everyone. I am the Director of Sales here for Tagger. My name is Lindsay, and I am so excited to show you Tagger's capabilities and give you a taste of how we can really set you up for success when it comes to influencer marketing. So as you can see here, this is Tagger's platform. We are the only end-to-end solution when it comes to building out your influencer marketing campaigns, your strategy, really understanding data. One of the key differentiators between us and a lot of the other platforms is we are so in-depth when it comes to data. We are a data-driven platform that allows you to get so much research and insights into not only influencers, but say competitors or your own brand and understand what works and doesn't work for your company. So with Tagger, we track over 6 million profiles in the platform. That number is always going up, whether it is our customer success team adding in a profile or whether it's our clients adding in a profile. So right here, I like to call this the Google search bar of Tagger. You can literally type in any brand or any influencer and get this type of data. I'm going to put in Peloton because I'm motivated to get in my best shape. So let's go ahead and look at their brand profile and show you all of the data that we provide. So as you can see here, you'll see all of the different social channels that roll up to this brand profile. We have API integrations with Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook, soon to be TikTok and Pinterest in the next coming weeks. You'll be able to get an authentic followers analysis as well on any profile page that you're looking at. This is really showing you if this brand profile or this influencer, if they're buying any bots, ghost followers, likes. We really want to make sure that you understand who you're hiring for a campaign is really true to who they say they are. They have an authentic fan base. So we'll give you that little score right here, which will show you insight into that. Anytime you're looking at a profile page, the look and feel is going to be very consistent, whether you're looking at an influencer or a brand profile. The only thing that's going to differentiate is profile type. We'll say individual if you are looking at that influencer. So let's dive into the first portion of data that we're going to show you. We're going to give you a granular look into who your audience is. So this is an audience analysis on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube. And we're able to show you age, gender, language, race, all the way down to where your audience is physically sitting. So for example, you can see here Peloton, their audience is mostly in New York City, obviously based in New York. So this just shows you if you're putting paid media behind your activations, where you should be pushing out those campaigns. And you can use all of this data that I'm showing you in a discovery search, which we'll get into in a second. One of our coolest tools in our analytics is this compare functionality. This really will allow you to see how your audience overlaps with another profile. So if you wanted to see maybe how your brand overlaps with SoulCycle, you can go ahead and type that in right here. Or if you're looking to hire maybe Ali Love for a campaign, you can go ahead and see how that audience overlaps and where that breakdown is below. So right here in blue is Peloton, right here in gray is Ali. This just shows you she's a really great fit for a campaign. She's a really great match. You can even see here she has an advantage in that 30 to 34-year-old age range, that 35 to 44-year-old age range, and you really can see down below that entire breakdown. So that's our audience analytics. I want to move on to our content health, which really shows you how Peloton's content is performing against a competitive benchmark. So right here in purple is Peloton. Right here in gray is that competitive benchmark. And how we are pulling that competitive benchmark is we're comparing Peloton to any other brand in that sports and fitness category with a similar to same following size. We're looking at content engagement over the last 90 days. So you can see here that Peloton isn't doing as well as that competitive set, but you can go ahead up here and toggle to impressions and simply hard engagements as well to get that hard number over the last 90 days. We'll also give you YouTube metrics below where you'll be able to see the highest view count, the lowest view count. You'll be able to get a more in-depth look into that as well. If we move up, again, you'll have this compare functionality where you can actually compare this and make a personalized benchmark, maybe to SoulCycle. You want to see how that compares to one another. We'll go right here and you'll see Peloton is killing it. They're really rising above SoulCycle's content. You can see here on Instagram, even Twitter, Facebook, they're really just crushing it when it comes to that content. So whatever that strategy they're doing, it's working. And again, you're going to always have this filter button where you can personalize it between post type, platform, you name it. Moving to growth, this is just overall showing you how many followers you're gaining. Are you on the uprise? Are you on the downfall? We're going to start counting all of this follower count when we add you in the platform. So Peloton was added in September of 2018. We're able to track that follower count. You can also toggle to likes, comments, posts, as well as following, and really see that health chart. That's our analytics. Really, it's, again, setting you up for success when it comes to that influencer marketing strategy, understanding your audience and what works for your brand. You can use all of these data points as well in a discovery search. Once we'll get to that in a second. Mentions here is the heartbeat of Tagger's platform. So we have listened to and stored over 13 billion posts in Tagger to really give you an understanding of who is talking about Peloton, but who is Peloton also talking about, and what are those performance metrics look like? So for example, you can come here and see all of the influencers in this type of category. When they're talking about Peloton, they're getting this type of engagement rate. So this just helps you understand maybe the type of influencers you should be hiring to create content for you. You can see here fashion and style influencers are getting almost a 2% engagement rate. But if you scroll below, you'll be able to see what's interesting is pets and animals are getting a higher engagement rate than the lifestyle category, than the health category. So that's just something to keep in mind when you are building out that content strategy. The cool thing about it is we can actually break it up between sponsored and organic posts. So we're dating back to 2011 with organic posts, and we're dating back to 2013 with sponsored posts. How we're pulling in those posts is organic is obviously simply fans of the brand. Sponsored, we're tracking all of those legalities, hashtag ads, sponsored by. So if we wanted to go ahead and click on sponsored, and if you also wanted to maybe put in a publication date, you can go ahead and toggle in that time frame there, and you can see all of the sponsored posts below. So if we want to click into Olivia's sponsored post, you can see here the image, the caption, as well as the engagement rate and the performance metrics. This is showing you Olivia got almost a 4% engagement rate. She got a 1 organic engagement lift, which is really good. Anything over a 1 for an organic engagement lift is just showing you this is doing 1 times better than all of her other posts on Instagram, which is performing really well. So if I was Peloton, I would look into maybe hiring Olivia again for a campaign, as she really did crush that. You can also click on show posts to get an in feed of all of those different sponsored posts and click on them. Moving into Affinity, which is a proprietary tool of Tagger, definitely one of the most powerful tools of the platform. I would say it's definitely one of the most important part of our platform, because we have mapped audiences' interest and propensity like no other platform. So by using our affinity data, you're able to guarantee a success finding influencers who audience want to engage with your content and products. Through those 12 billion posts that we've listened to and stored in Tagger, we're able to scan across your audience's conversations, those like-minded conversations that they're having. So hashtags, keywords, comments, and you're really able to see, okay, so here are some of the influencers that our audiences are talking about, that they care about. So maybe we should hire Lisa or Kara or Ali. Look into really having them create content for us. You can even specify it by audience size as well. So if you wanted to find maybe more of like a micro tier influencer, you can go ahead and click on that 5K to 10K and see who's populating. You can also toggle to brands and get more audience behavior into Peloton. So what are some of the brands that they care about? Clearly, they are a very fitness-oriented audience. New York Sports Club is at the top of the list, Flywheel Sports. One thing that you can do is break it up between category and even get insight into maybe what are some of the types of cars that they're driving. You know, are they driving a BMW? Are they, taking Zipcar or Uber? So this is really just showing you that audience engagement and what they're going to want to engage with. You can use Affinity in our discovery tool as well to really map out and build out that audience persona. I'm going to go ahead and transition now into an influencer profile, and let's go ahead and look at Chelsea Jackson. And here you'll see it's the same look and feel when you're looking at a profile page. Again, the only thing that's going to differentiate right here, it's going to say individual when you are looking at an influencer. Down below, you'll get that authentic followers analysis. This is showing you that Chelsea has a really strong audience fan base. She's not buying any likes. She's not buying any bots. So that's a really strong score when it comes to that following. Again, you're going to get the same data that I'm not going to run through, but you're going to get that audience analysis. One thing that I do want to touch base on, a good use case when you're looking at an influencer profile, is say you were looking to hire Chelsea or you were interested in having her create content for you. I would have her create some photos because clearly she is killing it against a carousel or even a video. You can come here again, toggle to impressions. Again, photo is at the top of the list. And if you want to see simply heart engagements for her photos over the last 90 days, you'll see that number right there. So definitely have Chelsea do some photos for you because clearly her audience really resonates with that piece of content. You'll come here and you can see, is Chelsea gaining followers? Is she losing followers? Again, this is just that health chart to show you. When you come to mentions on an influencer profile, I like to always come to by profile and then toggle to brands and see all of the brands that she's worked for or she's mentioning. Let's go to sponsored, and you can see down below, Has she ever worked for a competitor? Is she working for another fitness brand? What are some of the companies that she's worked for? And how does she do when she is creating sponsored content? Does her audience resonate with it? So you can come here again, see the caption. You'll be able to see in all of those performance metrics. So the engagement rate, the organic engagement lift, and you'll be able to see that hard number of engagements right there. Lastly, when it comes to Affinity, one thing that I do want to mention when you are looking at an influencer profile, this is a great way. Say you were tasked with hiring Chelsea and 50 other influencers that talked about the same thing, that had the same vibe, and were lookalike profiles to her. Affinity is a really great tool to come to and really find those lookalike profiles to her. Our content tab is showing you all of Chelsea's content. We're able to pull in every brand and every influencer's content, and you have this filter button where you can really personalize and search by platform, content type. You can even see, has she mentioned a competitor or has she mentioned Peloton in her content? And what does that engagement look like when she is mentioning Peloton? So you can see here the engagement rate right here, which is almost a 4, performing really well. You can see the caption. And then if you were looking to hire her for a campaign, maybe on, let's say, Instagram, you can come here and see what her highest engaged piece of content on Instagram is and how you can tailor those for your own channels. And then the last piece of data on a profile page is our About section. This is our CRM toolkit. As Kelsey mentioned in the intro, we really personalize our partnerships to our clients' needs. We have a global client of ours who wanted one ecosystem to store all of their notes so they weren't going into emails or Google Sheets. We created the CRM toolkit for them to store all of their notes and really create custom templates. You can put anything from, what is Chelsea's favorite Peloton product? Is it the bike? Is it the apparel? What is her favorite Peloton class? And you can create a drop down. So this is really just making sure that your organization has that one holistic view of all of your notes and where you can store and rate cards, W-9s, etc. We are also, I do want to mention, crowdsourced. So if you notice Chelsea is missing a TikTok, you can go ahead and add any other platform you see that's missing here, and it will go ahead and populate. So that is all the data that we provide. Again, the reason why I did want to run through all of this is because you can use every single data point that I mentioned in our discovery search. So moving over to our discovery section, it's super robust. We have 110 different ways to filter out your search based off of your needs. So first, starting with platforms, you can really source on any of the social media channels that you see here. So Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, all the way down to TikTok, SoundCloud, and Pinterest. So say we have a Peloton brief in hand and we want to source at least 10,000 followers with at the most 1 million. You would just move this little circle, as well as the ability to go ahead and type that number in. You can also put in a content health engagement rate. So if you wanted to put in a metric on photo, you just toggle in that number right there. Best practices is always moving over to profile and clicking on individual, because you are looking for that influencer, that content creator, and you can specify by category, gender, location of the influencer. You can put in location. We do source all over the world. We're a global platform, so you can put in any country, city, or state that you're looking for. And then affinity is where you're going to build out that audience persona. So for example, you can put in Peloton. You want to conquest those fans of the brand. You can layer on the affinity 4 times. So you can put in Alo Yoga. So you want to find individuals that wear workout gear, that are into fitness. You can put in Soul Cycle as well to maybe conquest that competitive set. And then if you wanted to layer on one more time, maybe you want to find those health-centric individuals. You can put in women's health as well. So this is going to really show you right here that these influencers, their audience is really into Peloton, Alo Yoga, so Soul Cycle, Women's Health. You can really see that this is a qualified list for you. You can see these individuals are in workout gear. They're really just a qualified overlapping list that you can actually work with. So if you wanted to go ahead and move into audience, you have the ability to filter out by gender. So say you wanted to find at least maybe 60, 70% of the audience to be female based. You can source by age, language, race, and demographic similarity. Keywords is where you can type in any hashtag, mention, or phrase and see if any of these influencers are talking about that in their content. So if we want to maybe put in fitness, you can get pre-populated keywords as well. So if you want to do health, lifestyle, and then if we want to rank by Peloton Affinity, you'll see here that number went from almost 6 million to 359 qualified influencers based off of all of those filters that you've put in. Now, one cool thing that I love is you can actually also source by bio. So if you want to see who has fitness in their bio, who's a fitness instructor, because clearly they have an audience that trusts what they're recommending when it comes to a workout, when it comes to a fitness class. And then you can also come here to profile mentions and also exclude who has talked about Peloton because you want to find some new faces. So once you've put in all of those different filters, you're really happy with your results, there's a couple of different ways to work with those influencers and hire them for a campaign. So the first is you'll go ahead and check this box and you can select all of the profiles by this little button right there. And you can select the top 100 profiles and it's going to check off this box for you. And you have the ability to go ahead and export them to a PDF, JPEG, or PNG to get all of their data, a one sheet. You can go ahead and list them as well. So if you wanted to create a list, maybe Peloton Fitness. And then you can also go ahead and add them to a campaign. So for example, we want to go ahead and add Veronica to a campaign that we've already built. Once you click add, all of your campaigns are going to live right here in our project management folder. So this folder really is the one way you can actually build out your campaigns. You can do content approval and get reporting and tracking on everything. So we wanted to give you a one-stop shop to do absolutely everything. So you didn't have to go to any other marketing platforms or any other tech stack, Google Sheets to find all of that. So how a lot of our clients are building out their project folders is they'll name their projects by either seasonal, quarterly, if it is a brand. If it's an agency, they'll name their projects by their clients. And within that project folder, all of their campaigns will roll up to it. So it's just a great way to keep things organized. Right here, the select project button, you'll be able to search for any campaign or any project. And you'll also be able to star for easy access. So say you're currently working on this project, you can star it for easy access when you do log into the platform. So let's go ahead into the Peloton campaign and see all of those influencers that you've just added from that discovery search are here. A couple of different ways for you to work with them. So if you wanted to go ahead and click on Veronica, you have the ability to custom message her with a couple of different pre-baked templates that you've either created, or you can customize and create your own message right here. This is going to be sent to her email. We actually just launched our messaging, which is allowing you to customize the footer of your email to enhance your brand's personal touch. So you can include relevant information such as your company address, contact information, custom message templates. You can add your own signature to really make sure that it's not hitting their spam box. We also have read receipts, so you can see when the creator has read the email. And we're also allowing you to do rich text as well. So it's really just making sure we've enhanced our messaging to really make sure that your email is hitting Veronica's eyes and you'll be able to work together. With that being said, you're also able to bulk message all creators as well with that message system. So you can also create that template and bulk message all. If you wanted to do an internal review, you would simply just click on the influencer and you have the ability to approve them one by one with this click right here. So if you wanted to go ahead and approve Ellison, and then also if you wanted a client or an internal member to review Ellison as a collaborator, you'd go ahead and click this right here. And then you have the ability to set up a proposal to send out to Ellison right here in our settings. I'm going to walk you through all of the different steps that a proposal has. So starting with the details, so everything from start date to end date, your hashtags, keywords, and phrases for post monitoring, all of the proposal logistics. So here's where you're going to actually define the specifics associated with the campaign, everything from campaign overview, content requirements, exclusivity, your usage rights, content lifespan, all the way down to content ownership and link requirements. You're able to also plan a budget and assign a budget and a creator count to a creator group. Here's where you'll also be able to manage your messages sent to creators within the campaign. So for example, you can create as many message templates as you want. We're going to give you some pre-baked message templates as well. But here's where you'll be able to create any message template that you want for a campaign. Link tracking. So this is where you'll be able to customize trackable short links to measure click performance in the campaign. We have the ability to also really understand the direct impact of influencer campaigns on product sales and traffic for your Shopify store through our UTM tags. So here with UTM, you're able to tap into Tagger's link tracking tool and seamlessly add your parameters to all links you distribute to influencers. So you really can see which influencer is bringing in the most amount of sales for you, who's doing really well for you, or who you shouldn't continue to work with. Lastly, on a proposal, we are able to give you campaign metrics. So here's where you'll toggle and customize post metrics in a campaign summary. We have this toggled to the Eisenberg method, but you're able to personalize this however you'd like. So for example, if you wanted to move followers to impressions, you'll go ahead and click on that and save. Once you've created the proposal, and you've done the approval process with your influencer, you can go ahead and prepare the proposal, and then you'll have the save and send button right here. Once that influencer has accepted the proposal, you can also go ahead and send them a contract through our HelloSign integration. So we want everything to be in Tagger. We want this to be the one-stop shop for you to do absolutely everything. So you'll be able to attach that contract right here, and you'll be able to go ahead and send it over to that influencer. Once the contract and proposal has been accepted, everything will be saved right here, so everyone's held accountable. And you'll also be able to pay them through the platform as well, through our PayPal integration. If you didn't want to utilize that PayPal integration, we do have Tagger Pay as well, where we are now handling the payments to the influencers for you. So we will be handling all tax documentation. We're going to be handling all of the payments through Tagger, so you don't even have to be worried about paying that influencer yourself. So that's the approval process, the messaging process, hiring the creators. It's super seamless. You're going to have a customer success team as well that will set you up for success and really show you how to utilize these features to the best of your ability. The next portion of the project management is content approval, where you can actually approve all content before it goes live on a campaign. You can request content from any influencers. You can really personalize your own workflow and how you want that to look like. You can make sure that the caption is up to par, any edits that you have, all of that will be housed right here in content approval. And then you can also even download that piece of content as well. So once you have that content approval all squared away, we will give you that campaign summary to really make sure you can see how that campaign did. So here is a campaign summary on that Peloton campaign. We are able to give you one holistic view of all of your media. So we're able to break it up between organic and paid media. So we can show you how those pieces of content that you're boosting are doing as well. So right here, just to give you a breakdown, we'll show you all engagements, cost per post right here, as well as earned media value. We'll be able to show you performance over time on an engagement, total impressions, content count level, as well as a platform breakdown. So you can see here all of the metrics on a platform. So engagement rate, total impressions, link clicks, potential reach, and then what creator did the best for you as well. So who is number one all the way down to finishing last. So right here, you can see the engagement rate. You'll be able to see all of their impressions, their link clicks, as well as their organic engagement lift, views, and impressions. And then lastly, on a campaign summary overview, we'll be able to show you all pieces of content, and on a post level, all of these different metrics that belong to it. So you'll be able to see the impressions, the engagement rate on that piece of content. All of this you're able to export through a PDF, JPEG, PNG, or CSV if you want to fire it off to any stakeholders, any of your clients. You can also export those pieces of content to a CSV as well to get all of that raw data. That's everything that pertains to our content management, really building out those campaigns, having that one place to do absolutely everything, and then optimizing the entire experience with one of our most popular features, a fan favorite. Our clients love it, is our report builder. So this is where you can literally customize any report for your brand, for your clients, and really show them a profile search or how a campaign did. So for example, there's two ways to build out a report. One is that profile report where you're actually building out reports on a discovery search. So for example, to show you what that looks like, right here, you'll be able to see that you can customize a report based on your logo colors. You can add in logos to the report. Say you're an agency representing a brand, you can add both logos. You can even add any types of metrics that you're looking for. So you'll have this ability to click on that pencil, and it's going to bring you to all of these different filters where you can personalize this exactly to your or your client's needs. Once you've actually personalized that template, you'll be able to download it to a PDF, a PNG, and send that one sheet over. We also do campaign reports where you can customize a campaign summary, so how a campaign did, to show maybe how your client performed, how your brand performed to internal members. An example of what that looks like is you'll have your personalized logo here. You can really add in any types of metrics that you're looking for. This is customizable to all clients. We will also have pre-baked templates for when you're using the platform. But again, you're going to be trained on how to use reports, how to customize them, how to customize by colors. So everything is really going to be held by ongoing support with your customer success team. So that's a high level overview of Tagger and all of our different features and capabilities. We would love to hear from you and show you a demo and personalize it to your needs. So please visit taggermedia.com/WIM, and we're looking forward to showing you a demo.